Hey everyone, Tenja here, and in today's video, we'll be looking at October 22nd to October 28th and see what all I did in World of Warcraft. So this week started off with the WoW 20th Anniversary event, and this event added a lot of in-game activities to the game. We got time walking for Classic, we got a BRD raid, we got a few activities right in the staging area, and we got a whole mess of world bosses pop back up that we don't see very often. This also introduced a new currency, the Bronze Celebration Token, which allows you to buy pets, mounts, and transmogs, all located in the celebration area. After my first week of collecting these, I had about 40 tokens. I didn't feel that was too bad. It seemed to be moving at a pretty decent pace. And as long as I kept my nose to the grindstone on this, it didn't seem like I would miss out on any items. Of the 3 interactive events they had going on right in the staging area, I really enjoyed the Mount Mania one. It by far seemed to be the most interactive, and it was kinda nice to show off my mount collection. I did work on getting a character up to level 80 this week, and it was my Draenei Priest. I only have one priest in game overall, not a big fan of him, and this one I've had for a long time because it used to be my bank character. For years it just sat in Exodar and did nothing, and then one day I got bored and I decided to level him. And the reason I chose to level him to 80 this time around is because I just didn't want to have to deal with him later down the road. But besides that, I did make it into my weekly farms, so let's take a look and see how I did on them. I started off by heading over to Antorus the Burning Throne. Out of here I'm after the Scythe of the Unmaker, and since I'm after the red version, I have to do this on Mythic. So once I got over there and I made sure I was set to Mythic, I headed in. I made my way back to Argus the Unmaker and took him down. This gave me attempt number 131 on the site. I didn't see it drop again this week, so I'm gonna have to come back here next week. Next up on my list, I head over to Ny'alotha the Waking City. Out of here I'm after the Ny'alotha Allseer, and for this you have to take N'alotha the Corruptor down on Mythic. Once I get over there, and I know I'm set to Mythic, I head in and I work my way back to the back. The patch for the anniversary event actually messed this up, and I couldn't get past the second phase. So I didn't get an attempt on the mount this week, so I'm gonna have to come back here next week, and hopefully they have it straightened out then. Now I headed over to Shadowlands, and first up was the Sanctum of Domination. In here I'm farming the Mount Vengence. This place is still a little bit too hard for me to solo, so I need to find a group in Group Finder. Once we do, we head in and we work our way back to Sylvanas Windrunner. Taking her down this week gave me attempt number 26 on the mount. I didn't see it drop, so I'll be back here next week. Hopefully I'll have a little better luck then. The last mount farm I'm doing at the moment is over in the sepulcher of the first one, and that's for the Zareth Overseer. This one again has to be done on Mythic, and again, it's one I can't quite solo yet, so I need to find a group in Group Finder for it. Once I do, we head over and we work our way back to the jailer. Taking him down gave me attempt number 29 on the mount this week. I didn't see it drop, so I'm gonna have to come back here again next week. Now, even though all my mount farms were busts this week, I did manage to get 2 new mounts. The first one I got was the Coldflame Tempest. This mount you'll receive after you complete the WoW 20th Anniversary achievement, named A Cool 20 Years. This is going to have a bunch of little stuff that you have to do, but once you complete the achievement, the mount's all yours. The next mount I got was the Shackled Shadow. This mount will be available to buy as soon as your Renowned is to level 23 with the Hollow Fall. So as long as you've been playing at a pretty steady pace, you should be rolling up on it fairly shortly. And finally, if you're wondering about the transmog I have on this week, it's the Gilnean Noble Suit. This you get from doing the quest line for the achievement, Reclamation of Gilneas. This is pretty quick and pretty easy, and if you haven't done it, take a few minutes out of your day, knock it out, and get a free transmog. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. You can click on subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching it. I'm going to send a hi out to my best friend, and you all take care.